We're the Chews. We've traveled to over 50 countries sharing how to explore the world on a budget. This time, we're in Mexico City with family, soaking up its vibrant culture, from the colorful canals of Xochimilco and lively local markets to exploring the thermal pools of Las Grutas Tolantongo. Amazing museums, hot air balloons, pyramids, and tasting some of the best cuisine in the world.
It's not good, it's good.
This city has so much to offer. Plus, we're breaking down the cost of everything we did. Let's dive right in. What's up, explorers? Welcome back to our channel. We're the Choose here from Choose to Explore, where we teach you guys how to see the world
and save $1.
So we're here in the beautiful place of where, my love?
Mexico City.
And we came here because we saw an amazing flight deal with Viva Aerobus for only $272 per person. So we decided, why be selfish and only take us? We decided to take the whole family with us. So we got my younger brother, we got my mother-in-law, we got BB, and we got Papa. And we're going to be spending 6 days exploring Mexico City. So stay tuned. You guys do not want to miss this one. So from the airport, we took an Uber, which was $22 for all 6 of us, and it dropped us right at our door. And now we're here at our Airbnb, and it's in the Buena Vista region. So we chose this Airbnb because it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It has really nice decor. It has a full kitchen, and it's close by to local shops as well. The real problem with this place is that it's on the 4th floor. So if stairs are an issue for you, I really wouldn't recommend this place. But generally speaking, we're loving it so far. We actually just went to the supermarket to grab water for our time here, and the supermarket is really inexpensive as well. We grabbed the little things that we needed, especially water, and we're ready to get out and eat our way through Mexico City tonight. So let's go. Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful day here in Mexico City. We actually just came out of the house, and I'm surprised because we're in the middle of July and it's chilly.
It's cold. It's like 50 degrees.
Everybody has their full clothes on. I don't think I was reading the weather right, but we'll see. Hopefully it warms up. But last night we decided to go to El Califa, which is a local recommended taqueria from my friend Miguel at the Travel Sergeant, and it was really good tacos. They had all different kinds. My favorite were actually the El Pastor with the costra, which is like the melty cheese. It's like a salty, savory cheese taco that I really enjoyed.
I actually got the quesadilla with cheese and mushrooms, and I really enjoyed that one too.
It definitely was more on the pricey side for Mexican prices, but it's definitely a nice ambiance and a really good place to eat, and it closes at 2 o'clock at night.
Yeah, they have a lot of different locations, so just check the times. So the first stop of the day, we ended up at Mora, which is a really cute plant-based cafe. They have lots of different coffees. They have smoothies, smoothie bowls. I ended up getting this El Azul. So there's spirulina, there's protein, there's lots of fruits in it, and it's really good. What did you get, Mom? I got an oat latte. Yes, so really good, really nice, cute aesthetic throughout the shop as well.
So we're here walking around in Roma Norte, and this area is beautiful. It's a lot more quiet than the other areas where we were in traffic sitting the whole time, but it's definitely beautiful. It's like old buildings. It kind of reminds you of where, my love?
A little bit of Paris. It's very quaint.
It definitely has a charm similar to like Paris. The trees, the buildings, the old architecture, it definitely resembles it to me. Even, to be honest, some of the filth in the trash that's there reminds me of Paris as well.
Alright, so we're just now leaving Churreria El Moro, and it's really, really great churros there. So we got some cinnamon, we got some sugar, and we got different dips as well.
The family also got different flavors of hot chocolates, and they all said it was really good and rich in chocolate. But this was a place that many people recommended to us for the best churros in Mexico, and I will agree so far. They've been really good.
Yes.
Just ate at Jenni's Quesadilla, which is a super famous street food restaurant, and it is phenomenal. The cheese pulls here are amazing. I got the chicharron, the carne de res, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's really inexpensive. It's about 30 pesos per quesadilla, which is great.
It's not good, it's good.
Next next spot here, we're at the Frida Kahlo Park, which is dedicated to Frida Kahlo, which is a famous Mexican artist, and you're actually going to see more about her later on in this video. But while it is a beautiful art park, on the other side, they have this beautiful gym equipment. So we got the whole family out here, and we're using body weight workouts. So this is amazing. So about a 15-minute walk from the Frida Kahlo Park, we are here at El Mercado de Coyoacan. And this is a great market. It's a one-stop shop for almost anything you need. You can get souvenirs here, you can get fruits, vegetables, you can get your meat, you can get food. Yeah, you can get Lucha Libre masks, you can get ceviche, anything you want, you can come here and you get it. I highly recommend it here. So families over here, they got the ceviche. Also, Tristan is getting a fried fish. I came here to try all the amazing fruits here. So we have here the mame, we have the tuna, we have the durazno, and I forget what this name is, but it's a plum. Yeah, and then mangoes, of course. So let's try these out.
Went to the Frida Kahlo Museum, which is a very exceptional museum that you should definitely visit. But if you do plan to go, you need to plan ahead. So we booked our tickets about a couple of weeks in advance, and the times that we wanted were not available, so you definitely have to act early. But we did get in today.
So when we were going to get in, today is the 5th of July, and it was actually sold out until the 9th. So it's super important. You'll ruin your trip if you plan to go to this museum if you don't book in advance.
Yes, and so my grandparents were there. They got a really big senior discount, and my younger brother, he got a student discount. Really significant, so definitely check those out as well.
But it's a really cool museum. It's actually Frida Kahlo's house, which she grew up in and lived there for a majority of her life. You got to see her life and what really influenced her art, her style, how she's a strong woman and how she fought for a lot of women's rights. And it was just a really beautiful place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very colorful and very good to learn all about her history.
When we left the Frida Kahlo Museum, we actually met a really good tour guide. His name is Giovanni, and he was really good because, number one, he was really affordable. His prices were significantly cheaper than Viter, Get Your Guide, included transportation for all 6 of us plus him, which is 7 people. And he was really kind, and he helped negotiate prices while we were there at Xochimilco. So I highly recommend him. If you guys want his contact information, be sure to check out our guide, which is linked in the description.
Yes, so at Xochimilco, it was really an amazing experience. So pretty much you're having a fiesta on the boat. So there's people who pull up on their different boats with different food, different drinks, anything you can think of. It's really a great time. You can have music, Bluetooth speaker, you have mariachi bands come on. Lots of fun.
Honestly, the more people you have, the better the experience is going to be. So we saw some people that were like 2 people, but if it's like 12 or 13 people on a boat. So honestly, this is one place where it's better to have a bunch of tourists around because the vibes are immaculate there.
Yes.
It was definitely a party on the boat, and I highly recommend that.
For all ages.
Another beautiful day here in Mexico City. We're up here. It's not even bright and early yet. It's still dark. It's before the sunrise because we're going to see some bucket list activities today. So stay tuned. We got about a 45-minute to an hour journey.
Alright, so we just had an amazing experience with Viaja Teotihuacan, and we were in hot air balloons over the Teotihuacan Pyramids, which was a crazy, incredible experience like none other. So we woke up extremely early, and we got there just in time to go for the sunrise hot air balloon ride.
It was very calm, beautiful. It was so nice just being up there in the sky, free as a bird.
We flew in the air for about 50 minutes, and it was really cool to see all the different landscapes. We saw mountains, the valleys, the greenery, the pyramids, and all the other hot air balloons. There were so many of them to see, and it was just a really, really great experience. Highly recommend it with Viva Teotihuacan.
I actually decided to sit back and not fly so that I can fly my drone. And I was truly amazed by the views. There's actually two pyramids there. There is the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. And this is a great way to see it from above. Before, later today, we're gonna see it from land. So stay tuned, guys. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning right now, and we still got so much that we wanna do in this area. So let's go. So after the hot air balloon, we took an Uber, and it was only like $3, give or take, to go from the hot air balloon to La Gruta. And La Gruta is an amazing restaurant. It's actually inside of a cave, and it was really cool. It had beautiful scenery. The food, everybody told me that the food wasn't good, but personally, all 6 of us got different menu items, and they were all phenomenal. I got the chilaquiles with the mole, and it was really good. So we got to learn a lot about pre-colonization Mexican civilization, and it was really cool there. Also, there's no bats, and at the end, they gave us directions to give us a candle and to get rid of all of the negative spirits. So we got rid of the negative spirits, we put the candle down, and it was super cool there in La Gruta. But just around the corner up the street, the best thing about La Gruta is this walking distance to get to the cave, the Pyramid of the Soul in Teotihuacan. So let's walk there. So we just walked over here. We're at the Temple de Sun, and if y'all can't tell, I had to stop and buy a sombrero because it is a temple sun for a reason. It is hot.
It is very hot, but it's really cool to see the construction of the temples here.
So at these temples, it is strictly sun, no shade at all, but it's beautiful construction. This one is a lot different than the last time we saw some pyramids in Mexico, which is at Chichen Itza, and it's because these are like not really symmetrical. They look like rocks that are just kind of placed and mortared together.
Yeah, together. Yeah.
But it's definitely cool. From the hot air balloon, it didn't look as big, but right now they are humongous.
Yeah, really impressive to see. I definitely recommend you come check them out.
So this is actually the largest pre-Hispanic pyramid in all of Mesoamerica. I tell y'all it's hot, this is what I mean. These dogs, they got the right idea. Let me go in the shade, let me sleep and relax, because all of this walking over here is a little much. Right there you guys see is the Temple of the Moon, and it is beautiful. It's a lot smaller than the Temple of the Sun. Still amazing to see. But there are so many more people here now, so be sure to get here early as well. Alright, so after the pyramids, we took a long drive back here, and we're in Buena Vista Forum, and we thought it was just a train station, but it is so much here. It's a 3-story mall that goes way back, and they have so many different things here, from restaurants to shops to even markets inside of the mall. So I highly recommend coming here. Well, we came here for La Casa de Tono, and this was the only restaurant in the mall that had a line, and when we walked there was a long line, so we thought that it would take a long time in order for us to be seated, but it took us about 10 minutes, which is crazy. But let me tell you why. Because these people that work here are on their grind non-stop. They are running back and forth and super attentive. I mean, almost to the point where they're too attentive. Like, they're running around and everybody's asking you for help throughout the entire order. So just based on the service, I think this place is top notch. But it doesn't just stop there. Talk to them about the food, Liv.
Okay, the food was top notch. So I had the pozole, the vegetarian pozole. It had like flour, mushrooms, corn. I don't even really know, but it was extremely good. Probably my favorite meal I've had here so far. I'm gonna come back and get it again. It was top notch.
Now, I'm not with that veggie stuff, so I also got the pozole, and my mother-in-law also got the pozole.
Pozole is super flavorful.
Yes.
You have to try it.
Really good pozoles. I really like it here as well because not just is it good, it's also affordable. So if you guys have the time, well, listen, make the time and go to La Casa de Tono. Buenos dias! Another beautiful day here in Mexico City, and we're starting the day off a little later than usual, but it's because we had a great last night. So we actually went to a Lucha Libre event in the Coliseum, and it was phenomenal. Talk about it, Liv.
Yeah, so there's several Lucha Libre events that goes on. There's one in Arena, Mexico, and also in Arena, Coliseo. So we went to the Coliseo one. It's a smaller arena, but the vibes were incredible. There was so much energy, so fun.
So we saw about 4 or 5 different matches, and the acrobatics, the strength, it was like being in WWE on steroids because they were having so much energy and so much fun. But let's get this day started and let's explore more of Mexico City.
So about a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb, we landed upon Biblioteca Vasconcelos.
It's one of the most beautiful libraries I've ever seen in the world because it's lined with these elevated bookshelves, and there are so many books and shelves. You walk down, it's like you're in a museum, but you're actually just in a library. It's really incredible to see. It is a little bit scary. Like if you are a little bit scared of heights and you walk up there, it's like an opaque floor underneath you that's glass. So your legs get a little wobbly if you are a little bit scared of heights, but beautiful library.
Really cool.
So a place that was really recommended to us was Tacos La Chula, and it's a great restaurant because it's open 24 hours. And not just that, it has amazing food and lots of flavors and really affordable prices.
Yes, lots of options. So obviously there's tacos, but there's also vegetarian options as well. So I ordered the grilled cheese with mushrooms, and it's not like a grilled cheese. So it's basically cheese that's melted in with mushrooms in a cup, and then there's tortillas that you put it in, and it's delicious. And there's a lot of different salsas that come on the table, and it's so flavorful.
I also had 3 different kinds of tacos. I had El Pastor, which is great. It's right off the grill. They just scrape it down, great flavor. I also had El Costilla, which is the ribs and beefsteak. But the person next to me, he really recommended me getting sope. And to me, it kind of tastes like when we were in Salvador and we had so many different pupusas because it has the beans, the tortilla underneath, the corn flour. I got the langosta, which is the sausage. So honestly, I really love this place. The food was amazing. They were attentive, and I would definitely recommend going
So next up, we went to Panaderia Rosetta, which was highly recommended to us by many different people. So I got one of the most popular things there to order, which is this guava pastry, and it was really, really good, really delicious, and you should definitely check it out too.
But right across the street, there's a local market, and it's all local Mexicans, and they create really cool forms of art, food, souvenirs, decorations,
drinks.
Yeah, a lot of really good things there that I highly recommend you come and visit. Unfortunately, we only travel with a book bag, so we don't have space to carry all those things, but I highly would recommend it.
So we just stopped into La Pitahaya, which is an incredible vegan restaurant, and they're really well known for their pink tacos, so I of course had to try some. I tried 3 different kinds, and my favorite was La Zeta. It had delicious mushroom, it had pineapple, and they had really great salsa as well. They were very filling and very delicious, so I definitely recommend you try that if you are vegan.
So from there, we took about a 10-minute drive and we ended up in Chapultepec, which is basically the central park of Mexico City. It's a humongous park with so many people. It's a Sunday right now, and there's a lot of people. There's a lot of different shops. There's a lot of different vendors. There's a lot of different people dancing. You can do anything here. Right behind us, we actually are at El Castillo, which means the castle. So on Sundays, it's actually free for Mexicans and also seniors and a lot of other people. But honestly, we've been walking a lot, so to get all the way up there, we're gonna take it easy and just look at it from right here. All right, so we just paid 140 Mexican pesos, and we're here at Lago de Chapultepec, and it's a beautiful lake in the middle of the park. And we are actually on these like swan paddle boats.
Yeah, paddle boats.
And let me tell you, you guys need to have 4 dedicated people who want to paddle. Otherwise, this thing will not move.
Athletic
Because listen,
with lots of energy.
I'm here with Liv, and Liv is helping me. The 2 people in the back, one of them has to navigate. But if you got a grandma over there that want to do nothing, we gonna know, all right? There's no hiding in it. Let's enjoy our day on the water. This is why you can't be with freeloaders. Look at them. They want to act like they working so hard. Hands up. Unbelievable. So So one of the best things about the Bosque Chapultepec is that actually in there is the Museum of Anthropology. Unfortunately, it closes at 6, so we aren't able to get there, but we actually took an Uber and made it to the next museum. Now, this is a beautiful museum. This one is also closed, but it is beautiful. Just being outside and looking at the aesthetic, I know I want to come back and visit. Good morning. Another beautiful day here in Mexico City. We're up at 3 o'clock this morning to go where, my love?
We're going to Grutas Tolantongo.
And this is supposed to be one of the most beautiful things you can do here in Mexico. And it better be for the 3.5 to 4 hour drive that we're about to embark on. So let's go before the sun rises and let's head there. A long 3.5 hour drive where we watched the most incredible sunrise over the mountains. But we made it to La Gruta de Tolantongo before opening. The entrance was 200 pesos. That included so much, from the amazing thermal pools, hanging bridge, the beautiful river, waterfalls, caves, and for an additional fee, the zip line. We had an amazing time, and we made a full video on this experience that you can see linked in the description below.
So after a long day at Grutas Tolantongo, we ended up at Taqueria Orinoco.
So this was a really good restaurant. It's open really late. They have a real simple but really flavorful menu, but they don't have chicken. So if you like chicken, it's not the place for you. So I ended up getting the Orinoco because I'm at Orinoco and it had a lot of flavor, but I definitely will go back for one of their specialties, which are like $4 or $5 and a lot of flavors. I saw a lot of people getting them. I didn't have the appetite for it today, but I definitely will be back.
Yes, and I actually got the cheese quesadillas, and it was cheese, there was avocado that came with it, and also some crunchy tortilla chips inside of it as well. Good morning. It's our last day here in Mexico City. We always pass by this coffee shop that's right by our Airbnb, so we're going to start the day off with a nice cup of coffee. Let's check it out. Alright, so the name of the cafe was actually Kies, short for cookies, and it was really, really good. So I actually got the burnt cheesecake, and we shared it. What did you think about it?
It was absolutely wonderful. I was surprised, but I'm not a cheesecake person, but this one was really, really good.
Yes, I'm a cheesecake person. It was really nice, almost like a creme brulee / cheesecake all in one.
Yeah, the top was like creme brulee, and then it was a little creamy on the inside with the cheesecake consistency on the outside. Yeah. It was good. I also had the oatmeal cookie with cranberry, which was nice. My mom shared the cheesecake also, and she had the tea. She said it wasn't fighting against each other, so yeah, she was happy with that.
They went well together. And I also got a latte, which was good as well. So
yeah, I had the latte with almond milk.
Really great cafe to check out.
All right, so we just came down, we walked to the rental car, and guess what happened? Someone broke in and smashed our window and tried to clear everything out, but we didn't have anything in there, luckily. So only thing left was our USB, and they left that for us. Kind enough. So we'll sit here and we'll wait for next steps. We were planning to explore a lot today, but we have to pivot and change our plans. So let's see.
Okay, so unfortunately our car did get broken into. We were at Mex Rent Car, which we don't recommend because they asked us.
The worst.
Yeah, they actually asked us to drive in the car when there's broken glass all over the car seat. So we brought the car back because they said they would exchange it for us. We get here and actually they said, no, we have to actually pay for the glass. We paid for the full coverage on the insurance, and apparently we would still have to pay for the glass. So I highly don't recommend you go with Mex Rental Car. If you come to Mexico City, we have private drivers actually included in our Explore Mexico travel guide.
All right, so after that big hiccup with the rental car company, we took an Uber and we got dropped off at Tacos El Huequito, and it's a really cool restaurant. Honestly, it was the best al pastor tacos I've had since I've been here, and that's saying a lot because pretty much everywhere I go, I have al pastor tacos.
Yeah, I had a pretty good melted cheese with mushrooms and tortilla, and that was pretty good as well.
So definitely come recommend it, but we're walking over because we're going to see some of the best views in all of Mexico City next. So let's go. So we made it here on the 8th floor of Cafe Don Porfirio, and it's beautiful, not just for the coffee, for the tea, for the desserts, but also for this amazing view. all you got to do is buy some tea, buy some croissants, buy something. So definitely amazing views and worth it for your time here. Let me tell you guys something crazy. Last year we were at Machu Picchu and we ran into the road less traveled. Now we're here in Mexico City almost a year later. They're celebrating their honeymoon and we ran into them again. So guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on their channel as well.
Good seeing you again. We both have great taste, obviously. Yeah.
There you guys go.
So we're here at Tamales Madre, which is a really quaint place here for tamales. They have chicken tamales and a bunch of different vegetarian tamale options as well. I got the mole tamale and my mom ended up getting the chicken tamale. Yes, so how'd you like it?
It was a good tamale. It was good.
Yeah. How'd you like it?
My favorite was the mole.
Yeah. So come check it out.
What an amazing time we had here in Mexico City. We just got here in the airport and we definitely have to come back here because even though we spent 6 days, we got so much more that we need to do. So thank you guys so much for checking out our channel. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.